the littlest name goes out and says, I'm going to pitch a perfect game today. He pitched something that 23 men have done. He's done it. Nolan Ryan, no perfect game. Roger Clemens, no perfect game. Steve Carlton, not a perfect game. Philip Humber, yep, that guy. Philip Humber, that guy's got a perfect game. That guy. That's what I love about baseball, man. That's what I love about baseball. Like when they have that someday a big oil painting of all the perfect game pitchers there, and all of them who are still alive go and sign their painting, sign their little picture of themselves. You have David Wells and David Cohn, and you have Don Larson, and he's not here anymore. Roy Halladay, Jim Bunning, Catfish Hunter, Matt Cain, Mark Burley, and Philip Humber. Cracks me up. That's one of my favorite. That is one of my favorite stats. That is one of my favorite weird baseball idiosyncrasies. The fact that Philip Humber is a perfect game. Man's got a career WAR of .9. Yeah, the reason he has a career WAR of .9 is because he was terrible for his entire career and had one perfect game. He's a perfect game. A WAR of below 1. I can go on about Philip Humber for a while. It's ridiculous. It is the lovely ridiculousness of baseball. But also the nondescript White Sox pitcher who happened to have one good game. Next series we have is against Toronto, starting on Friday. There are no starting pitchers announced for any game for either team. But again, we're playing a division rival, and these are games that are important, obviously. So we got to go to these games as if they're must win, which they've done very well. So hopefully they can get some wins against the Blue Jays, and then it's back to the Rays. There's some very big games coming up because this next series against the Blue Jays, then we go and play the Blue Jays at home, Rays at home, Rockies at home, another good team, Twins on the road, the AL Central leading Twins. That's another important game. Then the Red Sox. Then a little 2-game set against D-backs, but the Red Sox again. Orioles, Blue Jays, Orioles. So they don't really have. I'm just going to name the next series. I mean, important games in my mind are games that are against your division, or good teams. The next dozen or so series are against their division or good teams. Blue Jays, division. Rays, division and good team. Rockies, good team. Twins, good team. Red Sox, good team and in division. One series notwithstanding is a little 2-game series against the D-backs in July. So, maybe a little breather. But then, back to Boston. Baltimore, bad team in division. Blue Jays, bad team in division. Orioles again, same, in division. Indians, good team. A's, good team. Dodgers, the only team that, other than the Yankees, that I actually say that is the best team in baseball. That's a great series. Then they have a little breathing room with the Mariners. Then back to Oakland. Texas, good team. Boston, Detroit, then finally in September, on September 10th, they can breathe. Detroit, Toronto, the Angels, Toronto. That little series, that little three series run right there is where they can finally breathe against bad teams. I mean, Blue Jays notwithstanding, but still. Blue Jays, Tigers, Angels. Some teams that shouldn't beat them. They can breathe in late September. But then, 2 games against the Rays, and then ending against the Rangers, another good team. So, from this point forward, it's crunch time, guys. It's crunch time. It is time to buckle down, show baseball, the Yankees the best, and when the playoffs come around, hopefully we can get a pitcher along the way, maybe a batter, I don't know. We have Encarnacion now, but maybe we get something along the way and boost us up, because it's crunch time from here to the end. We played some pretty bad teams early on. We played some pretty bad teams. I mean, Baltimore, Detroit, the White Sox, the Royals, the Giants, Mariners, Royals again, the Mets, the White Sox. I mean, we played some pretty bad teams. We're not playing very many bad teams end of the season. We're playing the Diamondbacks. We were a bad team. We're playing Baltimore, which I get, but they're still in division, so they're important games. Baltimore is a bad team. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. So is Toronto. But they are still in division, and they still should be held to a higher standard. Although I mean, just as a baseball fan, I am beyond excited for that Dodgers game, that Dodgers series. My God. August 23rd or August 25th, mark your calendars. That's going to be one hell of a series. Dodgers, Yankees. Dodgers are the only team in baseball I would say is probably better than the Yankees right now. That's going to be fun. That might be a World Series matchup. That just might be a World Series matchup. I hope it is. But we don't play a really bad team that's not in division until September. So this could be, this is crunch time. But before I end the show, I just want to talk about the All-Star game for a second. Yanks had 5 All-Stars. LeMahieu went on character was to go for 2 in a start. Gary had a double and scored a run, 1 for 2. Glaber got into the game later and got a hit, 1 for 2. Tanaka got the win. Tanaka pitched the second inning and got the win because Michael Brantley doubled in Alex Bregman, and we never relinquished the lead. So Tanaka got the win, and the save went to our very own Aroldis Chapman. So a very good showing from the American League's best team in the Midsummer Classic, and also a very nice tribute to CC Sabathia. CC, obviously, he was retiring at season's end. Was honored in Cleveland at the All-Star game, the city where his career started, the city where he made a name for himself. And it's very nice to see him honored by baseball and the Indians and everybody around baseball because he deserves it. The man's going to the Hall of Fame. And I did read a little quote for CC. I mean, I don't want him to throw aside his Indians career, but someone asked CC, if you go to the Hall of Fame, what logo would you have on your cap? And he thought for a second and said, Yankees, New York. I'm going in as a Yankee if I go in. If you go in, CC's going to go in. He's being a little bashful, but CC is 100% going into the Hall of Fame as a Yankee, and it's nice to see. It's nice to see. I've always been a fan of CC since the day they got CC Sabathia. I've been a fan of his. The big man has really been a stabilizing force for 10 plus years now, and it's sad to see him go, but I'm happy to see him get the honor he deserves. And a good win for the American League in the All-Star game, a nice 4-3 victory. Joey Gallo with a home run. Tanaka pitched well. Berrios pitched well. Verlander started the game, pitched very well. We had some hits from James McCann, from Gary Sanchez, Michael Brantley with a RBI double. So a very well played All-Star game, I'd say. A very well played All-Star game. We had some homers, some soft runs, but again, well played ball game, well pitched ball game. You only got to pitch kind of bad was Brad Hand, who gave up 2 runs in an inning. So if you're shopping Brad Hand, probably not the best time to do it, Cleveland. But hey, Tanaka got the win. First win by Yankee in All-Star games since Vic Raschi years ago, back in the 50s probably. So a very well played ball game. But with that, we're going to end today's show. Again, this has been Pinstripe Talk. I have been Anthony. Yankees go out and play Toronto on Friday. Let's go out and play some good baseball. And remember, Yankee fans, we're in first place now. Let's keep it that way. So long, everybody.